Welcome, folks. I am Jaby Koay, joined by Tara Erickson. We're going to look at Honest Trailer's Solo, a Star Wars story. So everyone loved this movie universally. There was not a single bad review that came out about this film, and anticipation leading up to it was nothing but like pure positivity.
Yeah.
You know, people were just very excited. They were all craving a Solo movie.
Some Solo.
Yeah.
You gotta get some Solo.
I mean, Han Solo, and like no one criticized him in a negative way. So let's check this out. Here we go.
Today's episode is brought to you by the U.S. Army. You love the original trilogy with a burning passion. You went to war over The Last Jedi. Now, get ready for a completely new kind of Star Wars movie. One you'll forget by the time you're home from the theater. Solo, a Star Wars story. Oh yeah, that did come out this year, didn't it? After Disney reshot half of their first Star Wars story because they didn't like what the director did, watch them hand the keys to an exciting new creative team, then reshoot even more of the movie because they didn't like what the directors did.
Yeah.
You're touchy.
Resulting in a mixed bag that wasn't exactly great, but wasn't exactly terrible. And if that's how Disney plans to bring balance to the Force, just sift me up, fam. Prepare for a feature-length adaptation of Han Solo's Wikipedia page. In a film that's less a Han Solo character study and more of an origin story for all of Han Solo's accessories, like his gun, his ship,
The Millennium Falcon.
the little notch in his ship,
Well, what are you doing? That's the escape pod!
his favorite comeback,
I hate you.
and of course, his iconic dice. Since when were the dice such a big deal? It was just a silly background prop. Not everything needs an explanation.
I don't have people. I'm alone.
Solo. No one asked for this. Here with Alden Ehrenreich, a good young actor stuck with the thankless job of playing a young Harrison Ford.
I waited a long time for a shot like this. I'm not about to screw it up, all right?
He'll add new dimensions to the selfish outlaw pilot we met in New Hope by showing us he was never much of an outlaw.
You are the good guy.
And he was never really that selfish.
Damn it.
But boy, did he have a hard-on for being a pilot.
I'm gonna be a pilot.
I'm gonna be a pilot.
I swore to myself I'd become a pilot. I'm a great pilot.
I'll be your co-pilot. We've already got the pilot.
Okay, he wants to be a pilot. We get it already. Anything else? What was his dad like?
He wanted to be a pilot.
Never mind. Let's just go back to learning about his accessories. Where'd he get that vest? Strap in as Han joins a gang of even scruffier nerf herders, like Chewbacca, who eats people now? Beckett, who acts a lot like Woody Harrelson if he got trapped in a Star Wars movie. Kira, who's working for Paul Bettany, but really working with Han, but really working with Darth Maul? You can't triple cross a double cross. You can't triple cross a double cross. Val, the coolest new Star Wars character in the Lando, the Star Wars story we'd all rather see, except for that part where he's clearly having sex with his droid.
How would that work?
That works.
And L337, who is either an SJW or an offensive satire of wokeness, depending on which part of the internet you like to scream at. When Han Solo is the blandest character in your Han Solo movie, you've got a problem.
I'm Han. Nobody cares.
Did you want a darker take on the Star Wars franchise? Well, you've got it. Because this one is so dark, it's hard to see what's happening. Whether the action is hidden in deep blues,
Right.
muted browns, a kind of drab olive, or Taco Bell beef orange? By the time your eyes adjust, you'll realize everyone in the galaxy is lit like they're in witness protection. Oh, cool. There's the Falcon, I think. This movie is literally the dark side. So catch the first flop of the Disney Star Wars era that froze all the other standalone projects in carbonite, but gave fans a sense of how Han became the character we all know and love by going through the events of Solo. Then at some point off camera before A New Hope, becoming the character we all know and love.
Beckett said he heard about this very big gangster putting together a job.
So what was the point of this movie again? Starring Lone Star, Harry and the Harrelsons, White Man Can't Jump to Light Speed, Khaleesi, the sentient being trapped inside the Falcon? Yikes. 6 seasons and a Wookiee. I want Tandy. Yeah, this character. You can't, can you? Pirates of the Corellian.
Nice.
Samus Aran.
Terrace Kasi.
That crappy PlayStation game is canon now. Half the mall I used to be. And Disney, every time they fire a director in the middle of a production.
I got a really good feeling about this.
Cowboy Beeflop.
Oh, man.
Solo. You know, if Solo isn't his birth name, why did he give it to his kid? And then name him after Luke's hermit friend who he knew for like a day maybe? No wonder he tossed him off that bridge.
Ha!
The thing that tickled me the most was the Tandy, how do you say her name?
Tandy Newton.
Yeah, Tandy Newton.
She just won an Emmy. Congrats.
And when he goes, the coolest character to be introduced explodes.
She's gone.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That was great.
She might have been the coolest because she did win an Emmy for being in Westworld. So they may have killed off an Emmy award-winning actress.
She'll get an Emmy because she was naked half the season.
That's true. She is very thin. She keeps her body very thin. She deserves an Emmy for how skinny she is and how good she looks naked.
She deserves an Emmy for all the kilometers she ran on the treadmill.
Yeah,
you know?
She does. It's hard work.
It is difficult.
Hard work being Tandy.
I can attest to that.
Miss Newton. I liked this movie.
Did you
But
really?
it's so true, and there was an explanation for everything.
Yeah.
That cracks me up, but I didn't know that the dice thing, I didn't know when they showed that shot from like back in the day with Wookiee in it, and it's like hanging there. It's like, we don't need an explanation for everything. Yeah. I didn't know.
You know, there were people who were attacking that, and I was like, they're just trying to create more lore for people to like bite into. It's like, yeah, no one's asking for all of this explanation, but people like to like I'm watching it. I was like, wow, there's a lot of Easter eggs to like not pick at, but like identify if you're one of those people who likes to do that. And that's a game a lot of people love to play. So it's like, yeah, more the merrier, you know, where all this stuff came from and whatnot. I didn't see anything necessarily wrong with it, but the movie lacked heart. That was the major issue with it. And so I don't mind that so much, but I don't mind the Screen Junkies criticizing it. To me, it's hilarious.
Oh, I think it's very funny. Also, I just think with the pilot thing, he's manifesting, okay? You say it enough out loud, you're going to become a pilot. And he said it enough out loud. Obviously, you saw. I'm going to be a pilot. Do you need a pilot? I know a pilot. My father also wanted to be a pilot.
Yeah.
It's just called manifesting.
Right.
That's all it is.
If you say it enough times, it becomes real.
Yeah. You got to just put it out in the universe.
Right.
Pilot.
That's the
pilot.
secret.
Yeah, that is the secret.
You know, that's what people paid $30 to find out. If you just keep saying it and believing it, it'll happen. I do agree with the lighting, though. The lighting was horrid.
They said Taco Bell orange.
Yeah, I remember watching. I'm like, this is horrible. I was at the theater. Like, what's going on with the projection? I was at the ArcLight. I'm like, there's no way it's the theater projection because ArcLight is like,
it's perfect.
the Mercedes-Benz of movie theaters. And the lighting was horrid in that first scene with the worm lady that was, can't stand sunlight. Like she's like,
oh yes, I agree. It was like hard to see her.
Yeah, the whole thing.
But then when she popped up, it looked very cool.
Yeah.
When you could see it, it was like, yeah. I like that part.
The ambiguity of the robot was spot on because I didn't know if it was an SJW thing or making fun of SJWs.
Right.
It seemed like it was kind of teetering the line doing both, which I didn't mind. A lot of people found it offensive, but I thought it was fine.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I get offended.
I thought she was funny.
I get offended very easily, and it didn't offend me.
You do? Wow, easy offender.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, you have to be easily offended when you're on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything annoys you, everything bothers you and upsets you, and
I'm on YouTube and I love it all. So
I love getting offended.
There you go.
Everything's a hot button issue with me.
No, never. I'm saying I'm a YouTuber and I don't get offended.
Yeah,
but also, people aren't mean to me.
Overall, the ha-has weren't as strong as other Screen Junkies videos, but I still liked the commentary that they provided. I thought that there was a lot of
the Dumb and Dumber in that cut did make me laugh.
Yeah.
I like that.
It was great. But my favorite moment, I think because it caught me so off guard, was the Tandy,
the
Tandy Newton moment. I think that was my absolute favorite moment. I was like, yeah, that was perfect. Because it's like nothing like killing off a character that's strong and interesting.
Right.
Who's
going to take charge and is a woman.
Yeah. But they had to kill people off. They had to get rid of them, right? Because
somebody's got to die. Well, somebody's got to go. You're writing a script.
Yeah.
Somebody, you got to pick somebody.
The thing that he said about Wookiees suddenly eating people, I didn't think that was out of left field. Was that? I mean, I'm not the most versed in Star Wars lore, but Wookiees are supposed to be scary creatures.
Yeah.
And so him eating people, I thought that would... I don't know. Probably gonna get a bunch of Star Wars people who are gonna jump
Be
down.
like, he doesn't eat paper, he's kind.
Yeah.
Maybe he just smacked them around a bit and then they would die and another weird Wookiee would eat them.
Yeah.
You know, not him.
Yeah.
Not our Star Wars Wookiee. Different one.
The commentary at the beginning was spot on. He's like, it's not great. It's not terrible.
Right.
It's just, you know, it's balancing the Force.
Right.
You know?
I agree. I still had a lot of fun in it
Yeah.
during when I watched this movie. But I'm also not like hardcore Star Wars fan. I'm like, whatever, I like movies. I'll go see it. And I thought it was fun.
I loved it. They gave away free posters at the theater, which no one was taking. I took all of them, and that's all that's on my wall now. It's just nothing but Solo posters along the wall.
Yeah. It's a little terrifying in here. Wouldn't have suggested he hang them all up. You know, I would have done some underground selling on Amazon or eBay.
Yeah.
Signed some fake signatures on there and said, listen, $300 per poster, that's a deal. Okay? And then people would bid. Maybe it would go past 300. You could have made 20 grand. You would have talked to me first about this poster story, but instead he decided to make it look like some weird guy's basement who's obsessed with Solo.
Yeah.
Star Wars story.
Tape all on the back of it now, so I can't like sell it now. You know how when you pull a poster off the wall, it's like it rips?
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it would look terrible. You're just gonna have to keep it up of the movie that wasn't really bad, but also wasn't really good, and you just decided to.
So my apartment is not bad. It's not good. It's just right in the middle.
Yeah.
You guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Check out Tara Erickson. She's on the social media. She's got her own YouTube channel with perfect crystal clear audio in every one of her videos. So subscribe if you haven't already. Check out her other reactions, reviews, and short films. I'm Jaby Koay. This is
Tara Erickson.
Peace out.